Velites Separator getting ready for the second event of day number 1 here in your Wodland for this qualifying event for 2025.
Welcome inside the University Sports Complex here in Málaga, Spain. University of Málaga hosting the 2025 Wodland Fest. Workout number 1 took place this morning in Cordoba, about 2 hours north of here. The rest of the competition will take place here inside the University Sports Complex. And the final test on day number 1 is the Velites Separator. Throw the workout up there for you, and we'll introduce you to the athletes. In heat 1 of 4 for the elite men, there were about 70 athletes, maybe 72 that were qualified for this division. 60 of them have showed up, so we'll have some empty lanes. And of course, we will reseed tomorrow following the results from day number 1. But in this first heat in lane 1, we have Miguel Garcia Málaga out of Spain. In lane 2, Daniel Goulet out of Canada. In lane 3, we have Sam Whitworth from the UK. Tyler Clark out of Australia in lane 4. Tim Sini from France in lane 5. Jan Guznak out of Poland in lane 7. Alexander Plushkin there in the green. I didn't see him for a second, out of Russia. Be in lane 8. Fredrik Lindstrom out of Sweden will be in lane 9. Sam Zerlik, no shirt on, gray pants there, out of Finland in lane number 10. Lane 11, Alexander Marcilak, Spain. Chris Chambers, brand new to the competition scene. Check out the interview we did with him earlier today following an impressive performance. He's sitting in the top 10. He'll be in lane 12. Cian Dunphy out of the UK told me this is the one workout to watch for him this weekend, if there is one. Yoni Mata, one of many Finnish men in the field this week. Joseph Hurley out of the UK well represented as well. And last 2 guys on the heat, Kyung Hee Lim out of South Korea, and Diego Calderon, who won his heat this morning on La Puenta. And athletes are going to get set to start here. Got 2 cameras set up for you, so you can use the wide shots at times. A couple guys in the top 10 to start things off here. Sam Zerlik in the gray pants, and Diego Chambers with the yellow wristbands. You know what? It's just too cool when they do all this gymnastics. So we go for the wide shot. Chambers, middle of the floor, and Dunphy. 12 meters across the floor, red line to red line, or orange line to orange line, whatever color it is. None of the white lines count. They have to stay in their lanes, of course. Lindstrom in the red shirt, Dunphy in the green shorts to his right, leading the way. And it's going to be the heavy double unders that count on this one. It is going to be pretty difficult to tell all of the stories here, as there's not a great way to necessarily count all of the reps. They're not advancing it because they need to do the handstand walking. The intervals here, 2, 2, 2, 3, a common rep scheme that we've seen. Joseph Hurley there on the right, Yoni Mata, gray shorts. Dunphy looking at his judge over there, very composed, nice tight shoulders. And Chambers struggling a bit with the heavy jump rope. It's kind of a skill you need to practice. Talking to some of the athletes in the set, if you don't have these Velites heavy ropes, you're definitely at a disadvantage. Zerlik, Lindstrom in the red, Alexander Plushkin looking real composed there in the green. Look at how high he's getting off the ground. That's a really impressive, springy athlete. Zini getting caught up there with the rope in the face. Tyler Clark's going to call it early and buy himself a little extra time on this 1-minute rest interval. And all the athletes will head back to the starting line. 1 minute to reset, and then they'll go again.
All right.
97 reps for Alexander Plushkin. Alexander Plushkin, 97. I think that's going to be in the lead. Alexander Plushkin, 97 reps. Green shirt, center of the floor. I think Joe Ciasla is helping me out. We're checking all the athletes out here to try to see maybe who's in the lead. And I saw 97 for Plushkin. And they're up again. Leaders on the handstand walk here. Lindstrom, Dunphy racing across the floor. Obviously buying yourself that extra time is going to be crucial. As you see Plushkin there on the left in the green. Dunphy already heading back the other way. Lindstrom as well. Middle of the floor, Lindstrom in the red, Plushkin in the green. But way over here in lane number 1, Miguel Garcia Mahler. Not seen him compete previously, one of many Spanish athletes in the field. He was on par with the fastest handstand walkers. He also had a second place finish in the opening heat this morning in Cordoba. So potentially a new guy out of Spain to keep our eyes on. About 20 seconds left in this interval. And in the orange shoes there in the middle of the floor, Alexander Marcilak also seemed to be doing quite well in this interval, getting a bunch of reps. A few mistakes there towards the end. Joe's going to give us a count there on Plushkin. What's he at? Thank you.
I'm sorry. 139.
So I think, let me check with Joe and see what he said there. But we did see Marcilak at 137. How many?
99 and an 87.
175 reps or more for Plushkin through 2 rounds. So a pretty significant lead there. This actually is a really great lesson in this workout. Watch Plushkin here. He's not going to be stressed on these first 2 parts of this. Really fast on the first legless rope climb. And Plushkin has a ton of experience competing at huge stages, a lot of times with teams, but in Russia they compete so frequently, and so a veteran of competition to say the least. You see the composure between reps there. And we'll pull back to the wide camera and you'll see that he won't be the first one on the handstand walking. He may be 5th or 6th in the heat. He'll walk out there nice and slowly, compose himself, and likely hit an unbroken handstand walk. Dunphy leading the handstand walks against. Lindstrom has lost the red shirt. He's up towards the front. Miguel Garcia in the outside lane on the way left. He may not be visible on that wide shot. I apologize for that. Doing the best we can with 2 cameras and 1 guy. But he's up in the lead. He's actually leading on the handstand walk now. There he is. Well, he'll finish up and get to his jump rope, and you'll see some of the others just getting across. Lindstrom kicks down. Dunphy kicks down. Plushkin another clean execution. And Alexander Marcilak, hand on the line. You see a middle of the floor being forced to go all the way back. Was likely in the top 3 or 4 in the heat, and that's a super costly error. We talked about it this morning. One of the no reps Yonikoski got. Chris Chambers also being sent back. The shoulder stamina in this workout is demanding. Koski had gotten a no rep on his final sandbag squat in one of the rounds and was forced to come back and do it. I said it may have cost him between 7 and 10 seconds. 7 seconds faster would have improved him by 7 spots on the leaderboard from 12th to 5th. So missing a handstand walk of 12 meters like this has cost Marcelac 45 seconds to a minute, and he's gonna fail again there as you see him go down in the middle of the floor. Chambers is gonna try to kick up. Now the really punishing thing about this workout is if you don't finish the buy-in in any round, I think your workout is completely over. So by an inch, Marcelac did not get across, and then he failed the next one, and now he's actually gonna be done from the workout. About 230 reps for Plushkin at this point. Plushkin and Lindstrom getting ready for the final interval. 3 minutes. I've seen Alex many times. He doesn't speak too much English, but he's a very fun guy. I've had some opportunity to have some of his friends who can translate a bit for him. And there is Marcelac. He's just now being informed that his workout is completely over. And it's got to be devastating. This probably is a workout that he was looking forward to. And by 1 inch, all that happy is talking to his judge about it. And that is really tough. And as an athlete, it's one of those moments that's like just a learning opportunity. It happens to athletes of the highest caliber. But man, is that a tough one to watch. Marcelac on his knees there watching everyone else. Not everyone else. Simi has also bowed out. Chris Chambers has bowed out, having not finished the buy-in in one of the intervals. And it's gonna be Miguel Garcia again out in the front, all by himself on the handstand walk at this point.
You can see the Separator athletes coming off and taking a breather.
Plushkin is actually second now. So Miguel Garcia, excellent on his hands here. Plushkin's gonna get across, 12 meters good for him. Lindstrom about 2 meters behind. Dunphy as well. And on the other side of Dunphy, Mata and Hurley still hanging in. Closer to us here, Sam Whitworth in the blue shorts, black shirt. And he's in lane number 3. Daniel Goulet closest to us with the black shorts. And Tyler Clark getting it done as well. Lindstrom's second, super on the jump ropes. Garcia is working on his. And now Plushkin as well. Garcia over here has already done a big set. This is his second set of double unders. 90 seconds to go in the time cap here.
Wodland finish.
3 minutes in the final interval. Here is Alexander Plushkin. We believe he's leading in his heats. 3 heats to go. Lindstrom also has been pretty solid across the board. Right behind him in the black shorts. Lane 7, Jan Gushnak from Poland looking to finish up his final handstand walk, so he'll complete all of the buy-in that's required. 40 seconds to go. On the far right side of the floor, Young Hee Lim is still in this. Hurley, Mata, and Dunphy from right to left on the right side of the floor. Wide floor with 18 lanes, so doing our best to give you as much of the action as we can. Final 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Let me try to check on Garcia here.
3, 2, 1.
Miguel Garcia. Yeah, 94, 83, 75, and 125. That's 377 reps for Miguel Garcia. Wow, that might be the winner, actually.
Unofficial.
No,
91 of the last.
Miguel Garcia got the win. I think he had over 400. Yeah, say Miguel Garcia and Alexander Plushkin, top 2 in the heat. Okay, fine. I believe it was Miguel Garcia and Alexander Plushkin, top 2 in the heat. Got Miguel Garcia here.
Yes.
Is this the biggest competition you've done?
Yes.
And what part of Spain are you from?
From Barcelona.
And who do you train with?
77 training.
77 feet.
Yeah.
I know them. 77 feet
Yes.
orange from the
Yes.
team at the games semifinals
Yes.
last year. And great job on this workout.
Yeah,
First or second in the heat.
I knew that was a good workout for me. Legless, I'm a taller guy, so I can jump a lot, and handstand I just keep it going, and double unders hang on the grip.
Yeah. Well, pretty good this morning too, so
Yeah.
I think a great day one.
Yeah, super great. Great day one.
Great to meet you, Miguel. Great
Yeah.
job. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
New athlete out of Barcelona in Spain, as far as I'm concerned. 77 feet has sent some teams to the semifinals before. So he's got some good training partners out there, but a really solid day one for Miguel Garcia. All the results are going to be on Competition Corner. All the results on Competition Corner, you guys can check those there. Heat 2 lining up in the corrals there. Send it to the wide shot. We'll grab the Heat 2 heat sheets and roll on with men's event 2 here, the Velites Separator. Heat 2 on the floor, lane 18, Pierre Demoule out of France. Next to him we got Aaron Madrid out of Spain. Antonio Garcia Reolo, also from Spain. Ayer Bjorn Gunsteinsen, Iceland. Karl Feldmer, heat winner this morning out of Germany. Felix Obron, another Spanish athlete in the field. Rui Figueiredo, one of 2 men, I believe, from Portugal this weekend. Daniel Tai out of the UK, nice workout for him this morning. Norbert Jedra out of Poland. Scratch in 9, lane 8, we got Len Postel, also from Germany. Out of the UK, Rob Scilacci. Rafa Roku, also from Spain. Alejandro Ocaña, Spain. Ingi Johnson, out of Iceland, 2 Icelandic men in this heat. Pedro Munoz, young man from Spain as well. Ale de la Guardia from the Canary Islands. And Michel Van Ijam from Belgium will round out the heat. 2-2-2-3 interval style workout, the Velites Separator, presented by Velites, featuring the heavy jump ropes. There are 4 lengths of jump ropes in every lane provided by Velites. The athletes are not allowed to use their own rope. Even if they own one of these, they must use one of the 4 that are out here. So they come out, select, move it forward. 2 legless rope climbs and 2 by 12 meter handstand walks is the buy-in in every round. Ultimately, the score is the reps of heavy double unders. Miguel Garcia and Alexander Plushkin both pushing 400 in that first heat. No idea really how that's going to stack up, but Plushkin, a veteran, and Miguel Garcia, as he just told us, his biggest competition that he's participated in out of Barcelona with 77 feet. So, heat 2, workout 2, day number 1. Here we go.
And welcome to the Velites Separator, where they will start off 2
Lane 8, Len Postel, blitzing those legless rope climbs. He's going to have about a 5 meter advantage on the entire heat.
But this workout is how many heavy both done wonders. You can accumulate in the 4 intervals.
Everyone else is working towards us. Len Pasto leading the way going back. No problem for Len. He'll get to the jump rope. Pedro Munoz on lane number 3. And Aaron Madrid in lane 17. The next two guys to the floor. So lanes 3, 8, and 17 as spread out as they could possibly be, which is why we're using primarily a wide shot here for this one. Less than a minute to go in this opening interval. Pasto takes a break, middle of the floor. Now all green, lane number 10, Norbert Jedra out of Poland. Take a break. Dan Ty, the white cutoff shirt, middle of the floor, having a conversation with his judge. Probably should just start doing some more double unders. 30 seconds to go. Red shoes, there is Michel from Belgium, Ali Guardia next to him in the black cutoff shirt, and then Pedro Munoz, the young man from Spain, Ingi Jonsson out of Iceland, no shirt, green shorts.
Pues ya hemos visto en estas arenas como han ido sueltas las repeticiones.
81, Michel.
73.
73 for Pedro. 80, 70, yeah. How many for him? 80 for Len.
Pues con una media de unas 80 repeticiones. An average of 80 repetitions in for this first.
70 for Andrew Madrid.
As we start off the Velites Separator Velites athletes.
How many?
70.
70. A lot of 70s, a lot of 80s for these guys. Round 2 of the Velites Separator for Heat 2. Two legless rope climbs. Len Pasto first on against Carl Feldmer, one of the first to touch. And just a reminder, if you missed it in the first heat, you have to finish both rope climbs and handstand walks in every round. If you fail to do that, it's considered a buy-in. The workout actually comes to an end. Just kind of check and see if anyone's struggling with that. Last man on the rope here, lane 7, Rob Skilaki. He's actually glancing at his hands, so he has to be kind of careful there. It's going to be Pasto and Munoz over on the left side of the screen with the wide shot there. See which one of them gets the jump rope up first. Len right in front of us with the black pants is Pedro Munoz over there. Nobody else on the jump rope yet. A few other guys are now starting to finish. You see the position for Len there with the tights on. Shoulders nice and low.
It's marathon and it is sprint. More than 400 repetitions and official at the moment is the number to beat. As we can see over there, the number 12.
Roll on down to the other side of the floor. Pink t-shirt there is Pierre de Newell, the fit process out of Casa Jena. Represented by Diego Calderon, who's on the previous team. Margo Maced, who's currently sitting in the top 10 on the women's division. Next to him is Aaron Madrid. Antonio Garcia Rovolo in the red shorts and white hat. Ayrborn Gunsteinsson, one of the Icelandic athletes here. Carl Feldmer and Felix Nebron also on this side of the floor.
5. Rest.
2 intervals down, 2 to go. 95 and 52. 70 and 67. 130, 140.
We got an average of 15
Let's see, please. 74-47. So nothing super on par with what we saw in the first heat. 80 and 76, very consistent from Len Postel. Ten seconds. Interval 3 is going to start here. Let's watch Len here on this Lagos rope climb. He's just been ridiculously fast. There he goes. Fast down as he is up compared to the rest of the field. That's the longest break he's taken so far in transition. But you see, just stays nice and high, easy reach. Len Postel will be first onto the handstand walk again. Right side of the screen, Antonio Garcia Rebolo, red shorts. Looks like he's going to be the second one onto the handstand walk. Most of the rest of the heat coming behind. And in the background, we're going to see Rob Skilaki in lane 7 on the left side of your screen, gray tank top on the rope. He's the athlete who's going to be in danger of potentially missing the buy-in. Len Postel moving back towards the rig here. He's got about 160 reps. 400 was what we saw from something about that. Miguel Garcia and Alexander Plushkin in the first heat. We'll look at some of the other athletes out here. Van Ty on the middle of the floor, on the right of him, Rui Figueiredo and Norbert Jedra on the left.
30 seconds.
Break for Len Postel. Looks like Rob Skilaki is probably not going to get past the rope climbs there, so won't even have a chance at the handstand walks. Len with 62 there, so 156, 218 reps. We did see 120 plus from Miguel Garcia in the final interval, but still will be well short of the score to beat. Some of the guys, Dan stretching out the forearms there.
It looks like it's still continuing on. We've got lane number 8.
I had it shaking out the hands. You can see the pump that these guys are getting from this one. Yeah, out here as well. 10 seconds to the start of the third and final interval. And Len Postel, black pants, middle of the floor, has been an assassin on this gymnastics buy-in. A little bit of a drop off on the rope over time, but he's up on the rope for the second one again before most people are even done with the first. And here comes Len Postel. Just behind him in the red shorts, you're going to see Antonio Revolo, and then maybe that's lane 12, Rui Figueiredo. Only 3 men onto the handstand walk at this point. Good rep for Postel there. Man, Antonio Revolo cutting that one close. Len, Rui, and Antonio. Len gets it done. Got just the jump ropes remaining in this final interval. And Antonio Rebolo missed his handstand walk on the way back. Aaron Madrid down there on the outside. He's working. Dan Ty's gotten it done. Lane 6 here coming into frame. Rafa Roku. Green shorts, Ingi Johnson. Pedro Munoz, and they're in the purple and black. Let's see if Ali LaGuardia can get this last handstand walk done. He's got about 2.5 meters to go. You can see the shoulder fatigue setting in. And the lighting is sort of on the wall there for him. Lane number 5, Alejandro Ocaña. Same thing, last couple meters. He looks a little bit more stable. And he'll get across. Last 30 seconds. Carl Feldner on the right here. And Pasto on the back left with the black pants on. Last 10 seconds. Grinding, all the athletes grinding for these final reps. Glancing at the clock, glancing at their judge.
Un fuerte aplauso, fuerte aplauso a nuestro rey masculino.
Good first run. You got time for one question?
Can we go down?
Yeah, whatever you want. Len, walk us through it, man. I mean, a lot of shoulder fatigue, but your gymnastics looked really good.
Yeah, so I had a knee injury the last 2 months, so I couldn't run and squat that much. So basically that was my training, just upper body. And I think you could see that I'm pretty okay in stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not that bad this morning, considering.
No, it was.
Yeah, but you haven't been able to do it, so
Yeah.
you got to give yourself a little
Yeah, I
grace.
didn't have pain. That was the main goal.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, I'm not pretty happy about the placement, but my effort was good.
Yep.
I didn't have pain. And for the reason that I didn't run and squat the last month, I think it was totally fine. Now I want to climb up the leaderboard.
Well, I think this will help out.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you for doing this stuff here.
My pleasure, Len. See you tomorrow. Always these little things going on with the athletes, you never quite know, but great performance there. We will have Heat 3 coming up in a couple of minutes.
Switching it up on the mix, we welcome DJ Zach Wodland. Y en breves instantes podemos ver nuestras estrellas del mundo llegando a la lista. In the number 1, Albert Gomez. The number 2 is number 3, Alina Hansen. The number 4, Jackie Chesney. In number 5, Oleg Lashenko. The number 7, Antonius Manadoras. The number 8, Carlos Ventura. The number 9, Shane Hayes. The number 10, Alexis Antenis. Number 11,
Heat 3 or 4 on the floor here, getting ready for the Velites Separator. See their work out there on the bottom of the stream. We got Alvaro Gomez out of Spain in lane 1. Alexander Blosik, keep your eyes on this man out of Poland in this one. You mentioned in the running earlier, he's a bodyweight ninja. And he could hold up quite well here. Ludwig Hansen, great performance this morning, flirting with the top 10 currently. Probably will be all weekend long. Jakub Chislik out of Poland, next to him in the black t-shirt for now. As you know, most of the guys are going to lose their shirts as we go. Antonios Makaronis from Greece there with the tattoos and the orange shirts. Second time I've got to see him in live competition. Carlos Ferrer Coloma, another one to watch out for. Legless rope climbs got him at the Basque Chapel. Kind of one mistake cost him probably a podium there. I don't think he's going to make that error today. Sven Jeans out of Belgium, always a threat. Anestis Artemis, a little bit of an issue. The back blowing up on the squats this morning, looking to bounce back from it as he posted on Instagram. Always a fighter, never giving up. Nicolas Bedon, super excited to see this man from Ecuador in the field here. Looking forward to seeing how he can compete all weekend long after an incredible open. Branislav Linkovic, 34th out of 60 on the run this morning. We got some heavy barbells coming up over the weekend. Keep your eyes on Braun to surge up the leaderboard. Victor Cardenas out of Spain there, talking with his judge. Haraldur Holgersen and Lucas Grulev right next to each other here, both making returns to competition. Lucas on the right, 2 years out from an operation. He's so happy to be back on floor. Haraldur Holgersen, haven't seen him in a competition since Lowlands 2022, representing Iceland, and the last two men in the heat. Lane 17, Diego Pereira out of Portugal. So there are three guys from Portugal, my bad on that. And An Changrim out of South Korea, coached by Nick Fowler. And An Changrim, by the way, is a podium finisher at the Olympics in 2021 in judo. And I was joking around with him yesterday, but it turns out it's not a joke. He would absolutely demolish all those guys, Yellow Jose, Chandler Smith, Justin Medeiros, Colton Mertens. This guy is like, but he says he only does it for sports. 2 legless rope climbs, 2x12 meter handstand walks buy-in in every round. Max double unders with the Velites heavy ropes is the score that we're going to be looking for. And Alexander Pushkin and Miguel Garcia in the first heat both had around or above 400 double unders. Nobody really came close to that in the second heat. But my goodness, in the orange shoes and black shorts, Antonios Makaronis is blitzing this first round. Everyone's moving quickly, but he's got about a 3-meter lead on the field. And here he is, orange shoes, black shorts. Next to him in the gray pants is Carlos Ferreira, Sven Jeans, and Anestis Artemis, and Nicolas Bedon in the middle of the floor here. And pretty much everyone on the jump rope. I know the wide shot doesn't necessarily capture all the lanes, but doing the best that we can for you guys. But we got some really talented athletes in this heat on the bookends of the floor as well. So I'll try to give you some shots of them. The ninja, Alvaro Gomez in the green shoes here. Alexander Blosik, pink shoes, black cutoff t-shirt. Ludwig Hansen from Finland there in the orange. And Jakub Chislik, young man from Poland. The four guys kind of off to the side here and left side of that wide shot for you. Last 20 seconds in the first round. Look for most of the athletes to try to fight through the shoulder fatigue here and get some precious reps on the board. Nicolas Bedon, super fast cycle rate on those gray pants, middle of the floor next to Big Braun there in the neon green shoes. Ferreira, big effort to get a couple reps in. Let's take a look and see. 80 reps there. Let's see what Blosik's got. $93 for Alexander Blosik. 100 reps.
77.
77 for Hansen. Joe was telling me 100 for Makaronis. Most we've seen in that first round, I think. 78 for Ferreira, 90 for Sven. 87 for Anestis, 97 for Bedon. 10 seconds to the start of interval 2. And Changrim, 91. Keep an eye on him. We'll get some close-ups of the other side of the floor for this round. Let's see if Makaronis can back up that speed from the first round. First guys are heading out. It's Holgersen in the white. I did not get a chance to check his reps in the first round, but we'll check him after this one. So Holgersen and Macarones, the first two on their hands. Ferreira on Shangrim right in front of us. Anestis, Sven Jeans, and pretty much the entire field except for Nicolas Bedon. Bedon is back there on the rope in the gray sweatpants. Oh man, I did not see what happened. His coach is out here watching this. Facundo, we talked about the work that they've done together, and he's coming off the rope, and oh man, he's kind of favoring that shoulder, as you can. Not looking great for Nicolas Bedon. And Bedon cannot pull with his left arm, and he's going to be done here. Not maybe with more, I don't know. Anyway, Branislav Lenkovic here in the green shoes. Victor Cardenas there with the headband. Geraldo Holgersen in the white. Lucas Grulev, no shirt, gray shorts. Diego Pereira and Shangrim on this side of the course. 20 seconds to go. Anestis on the purple. Sven Jeans, Carlos Ferreira taking a break with less than 10 seconds to go. He's going to try to get a couple more here. And Macarones will set the ropes down. Let's see if we can check out Holgersen.
70 and 55.
101 and 74 for Holgersen. 175 through 2 rounds is amongst the best that we've seen. Geraldo Holgersen, this kid. 91 and 60 for Chan Griman, excuse me. So Macarones on 180, Holgersen on 175. Geraldo Holgersen on 175. Those are the top two guys. Yeah, the white shirt. So Macarones and Holgersen. Really interesting though, Macarones. See him here giving a stretch out to the hands. See what happens with that grip. You see he's resorting to that kip there and going from the first guy up to one of the last guys up in that first round. Holgersen's going to be off first, along with Blosik and Grulev. Lucas Grulev. Geraldo Holgersen returning to competition and returning in pretty good form. Blosik way on the other side in the black. Then are going to be the first two done.
Holgersen is done with the first 100 meters. Starting to the pin.
And Holgersen's going to be the first one back to the rope here. You weren't with us this morning. Go check it out from Cordoba. But Geraldo Holgersen, the last competition he did was 2022 Lowlands Throwdown. Prior to that, you saw him at Strength and Depth. We had like a 5th or 7th place finish. I can't remember, against a really good field of athletes, and he was quite young back then. He's been dealing with some injuries, but he's back out here on the competition floor, and feels like it's been a long time coming. He's still a young man, but maybe leading the heat here.
Here we go.
Alexander Blosik was in the 165 rep range after 2. He's here in the black. Ludwig Hansen on the right of him. And the ninja Alvaro Gomez. Just like we can get him in the frame here too. So Blosik in the black tank top amongst the top 3 in the heat. Macarones, I think, is going to have fallen off here. Blosik with another 72. Very impressive.
47.
Ludwig Hansen 47 in that interval.
Last 238 repetitions.
47 there for Macaronis, stretching out his forearms, middle of the floor. So yeah, the grip fatigue setting in, and I think Holgersson and Blosik may be the 1 and 2 right now.
30 seconds. 30 segundos.
61 there for Holgersson. Sounds like Holgersson's got about a 10 rep lead on him. Blosik is in the mix as well.
10 seconds. Stand by.
The only other guy close is Blosik. He's within 10 as well, Alexander Blosik. He always does good on the body weights and he's getting strong. But yeah, he's in the same range. I know. Final round. And another round and another leader out of the gymnastics. It's Lucas Grulev. Lucas representing Denmark. Haralder right behind him, as well as Victor Cardenas. One of many Spaniards in the field. Braun hanging tough. Handstand walk has always been a good discipline for him. Anestis Artemis has lost the shirt, but he's got the first 12 meters done here. So Holgersson's taking over from Grulev, Victor, Braun, Anestis, and Alexander Blosik over there, the leaders, getting to the jump rope, and Holgersson with a little urgency picking up that rope. And you gotta love to see that in the late interval, the last interval, with the composure and fitness to go with it. Honestly, it's reminding me a little bit of what we've seen from George Turner this year, a young man. He didn't have quite the success that George had early in his career, but a similar kind of just veteran composure from a relatively young guy, a lot of the skills, strong enough. Carlos Ferreira back on the jump rope there in the gray pants. Grulev, Holgersson, and Victor on the right side of the screen there. Final minute here. Ferreira on the left, Sven Jeans, Spain, Belgium, Greece, and Poland on the right there with Big Braun, and Anestis Artemis cranking through another set. Macaronis is still on the legless rope climb, so very fast early. And you see him just getting to the handstand walks here as the last 30 seconds are going. Now Macaronis will want to get these 2 handstand meter walks done. It serves as a tiebreaker if it's needed. Can he get there?
3, 2, 1.
Yes, he does get that done, my goodness. 85 in the last round for Blosik. $80 in the last round for Carlos Sven Jean, 64 in the final round. Let's check on Holgersson over here. He's the man. What's that say in the final round?
91.
91. Geraldo, you got time for a question? No rep. One question?
Sure.
You can hold this by your chin.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been telling everyone back that's listening that you haven't competed in a while. How's it feel to be back on the competition floor?
Man, so exciting. I mean, slept like 2 hours tonight. Just a lot of nerves coming back to compete, but it's been really good.
You've been on some big stages. in the semifinals, strength and depth during the sanctionals years. But this is a really good field. There's guys from all over, and you haven't competed in 3 years. What kind of expectations did you have starting this week?
Yeah, I mean, I had no expectations, to be honest. I just want to come here, kind of see where I stand. I mean, I know I'm not where I want to be, but I'm still somewhat fit. But there's definitely like weaknesses, especially strength. And I mean, I thought running was a weakness, but I did okay this morning. Yeah.
No, it's been a great day one.
Yeah.
Big fan of yours. Happy to see you back in competition.
Yeah. Thank you, bud.
Hopefully you get more than 2 hours of sleep tonight.
Yeah.
And some food. See you, Haraldur Holgersen. Great to have him back. You can tell the excitement in his voice, and the nerves are real, man. These athletes make it look easy, but it's absolutely not. One more heat for the men coming up here on the Velites Separator. A couple minutes. We'll see the top dogs getting after it. I know on the wide shot it looks like the stands are empty. That's on purpose. We really not trying to have too many people on that side so that the fans can see them. But stands relatively full over here on a Friday afternoon in Malaga. Spanish community always shows up. So great to have them here.
2 minutes.
Let's take a look at the men in the final heat here. Marco Schwendemann out of Switzerland will be in lane 17. Yuri Maranchenko from Italy, lane 16. Colin Bossard, Switzerland, the current leader in the division, lane 15. Victor Lundal, he's sitting in third overall there out of Sweden, lane 14. Lane 12, we got Erjon Jokaj out of Albania. Moritz Fiebig out of Germany, lane 10. Tiago Lucis out of Portugal in lane 9. Callum Clements from Spain. He's not in the correct lane, but we know who he is. And Joel Ikai sitting in 5th overall right now. Jonakowski, costly no up this morning, but he's just lurking outside the top 10. Probably going to make a move here. Roman Krenikov, very impressive this morning, sitting 2nd overall at the moment, only trailing Colin Bossard. And Fabian Hermans, who's also inside the top 5 with the 4th place finish this morning, will round out the heat. Was not in the final heat this morning, but is at this point, as we've got a bigger floor here. You see the workout, Velites Separator, the 2nd of 7 scoring opportunities this weekend at Wodland Fest. 60 total men in the field. Margins for error are small. We believe that Alexander Plishkin, Miguel Garcia, and Haraldur Holgersen are the top 3 through 3 heats. All of the results we're speaking about here are unofficial. Check Competition Corner for the full results and breakdowns of all divisions here at Wodland Fest at the conclusion of competition today. 2, 2, 2, 3 intervals. Tightness rope climbs 2. 12-meter handstand walks 2. Max double unders with the heavy Velites ropes in the remaining time in each round. Final heat of elite men underway here inside the University Sports Complex at Málaga University in Málaga, Spain. Aniol Ikai is going to drop from the rope first, but boy, he's got a lot of company. Moritz Fiebig, Tiago Lucis, Roman Krenikov, Jonakowski, Fabian Hermans, Callum Clements, Tiago Lucis, Colin Bossard racing on his hands as he loves to do in the green shirt on the right side of the floor. 2 lanes to the outside of him though. Marco Schwindemann pretty quick on his hands as well. One of the more lesser known guys in this heat. Coming into the weekend though, these are probably the 3 guys most people had picked to take this thing down. or to be on the podium. Anjola Kai on the right, Jona Koski, pink shorts in the middle, Roman Kredikoff in the black pants, and Fabian Hermans. Fabian Hermans, fourth place at German Throwdown last fall, also has some semifinal experience here in Europe. Very sneaky. I feel like I probably underrated him on the rankings, but let's see how the weekend shakes out. There's a lot of good guys in this field. About 45 seconds left to go in this interval here. In the middle of the floor, Callum Clements qualified for the CrossFit Games for the first time last year. Also had a top 10 finish in Dubai. Thiago Lucis, was super impressed with him at the Bas Chapelketa last year. Just a master of pacing throughout that weekend. And Moritz Fiebig, resume speaks for itself. He's been the fittest guy in Germany for a while, but we spoke with Frank Postel, we've seen Karl Feldmer. We got some other guys in Germany that are certainly coming up. Moritz is always in the mix. Victor Lundahl in the red shirt. Colin Bossard, current leader in the field. Yuri Marenchenko, always on the competition circuit around Europe, the Mediterranean, and the Middle East. Let's see if we can get some. 104 for Lundahl. 91 for Bossard. 104, maybe the most that we've seen so far. Victor Lundahl off to an incredible start here on day one. How many? 108 for Moritz. 96 for Thiago. 97 for Callum Clements, and you see the quality here. 88 for Anjola, 116 for Roman, 101 for Jona. 85 for Fabian Herman. So Roman 116, Moritz 108. Or was it Lundahl also with over 104, I believe. I think those are the top three. Yeah. Second interval, here we go. Big dogs are out to play. Callum Clements fastest up on that first rep. And back up on the rope, same time as Anjola Kai. And here they all come for the handstand walking in round two. Moritz in the foreground. Thiago, Callum Clements leading the way. These guys are all ahead of the other side of the floor. Marco Schreidemann, the only one up there with him. Bossard and Lundahl a little bit slow off the rope. Callum turns super quickly. Very impressive gymnastics for a big guy. Keep your eye on Callum this weekend. He's definitely a dark horse in this competition. Jona Koski, second back. Here comes Anjola, Roman, Thiago, and then Moritz as well. Colin Bossard made up the ground on the handstand walking. You'll see him picking up his rope on the other side of the floor. With 116 reps for Roman in round one. And let's take a look at the efficiency, proficiency, fitness, and shoulder stamina required to do so. Here is Roman. Black tights on there. Taking a break, Jona as well. Callum gets back into it. Thiago, Moritz with a big set. Victor Lundahl on the red over there, a little bit slow on the buy-in on this round. Colin Bossard, slower on the rope climb. Very fast on the headset walk. $70 already for Roman with 20 seconds to go. Again, 116 in round one, so he's going to be pushing above 200 reps. Miguel Garcia from the opening heat and Alexander Plushkin both had in the neighborhood of 400 reps from what we saw on the scorecards. $92? 93 to go with 116. 93 in that round. 93 in that round for Roman, so about 220. Just take a look at how some of these guys are recovering in between. Anjola, very composed. Callum Clements running up the chalk. What's Callum at? Callum 97, 91. Very, very consistent there. Thiago 80 in that second round. Moritz 74 in that round, 108 and 74, so a little more of a drop off. Let's see if he can back that up or try to make an improvement here in the third interval. 91.69 for Bossard, 150. Sorry about that. Top guys try to frame him up for you. See Callum Clement's going to drop down and be in the lead once again. Here comes Aniol, Thiago, and Roman. Clements down first again. Clements will be first to the ropes. Pretty much a dead heat between Aniol, Thiago, Yona, and Roman. 1 meter to go for Moritz. And they're all in. Colin Bossard in as well. And the race is on the double unders here. Fabian Herman's kicking down off to the left. $60 for Roman again. We've got about 20 seconds to go. See if we can knock out another set here. We can get 15 or 20 reps, it'll put him over 300 here. And keep him in the battle for the win. Just super relaxed shoulder position, facial expression, not tensing up as we see many of the other athletes doing. 85 for Roman. 85 in that round for Roman, over 300 through 3 intervals. Yona recovering there. Roman getting a word from his judge. See how the Spaniards are doing. How many for him there? 70 for Aniol, 88, 90, 70, so pretty consistent. How do you do in that one? 81, another solid round for Callum Clements, looking real good through 3 rounds here. Let's see if Moritz got that rebound. 57, so dropping off again a little bit. Top guys up on the rope, and it looks like it may be Thiago Luches this time. Clements, Luches, Aniol, Roman, Yona, Moritz, the usual suspects, but Callum Clements, my goodness, the combination of, maybe this rope coming handstand walking. Mark that one down for future events. This guy's gonna be around for a while. With Clements leading the way.
Once again, the first man to the show. Coming in second place this interval, you can see
Clements with a big set before Roman and Yona even get back. Aniol and Thiago taking a break while Clements rips off at least a set of 10, maybe 15. Colin Bossard is off camera. He's the only other guy that's really contending here. Just so far removed from this group. Nice big set for Moritz here. Well, Clements and Aniol looking pretty poised here, ripping up some big sets. Immediately the athletes are going to this hunched over position to rest the shoulders. Thiago Luches, however, is standing tall in his rest interval, a little different than the rest of the guys.
4, going for a big set.
1 minute to go.
Stamos in the último momento, último.
80 for Roman. He had, I believe, 305 coming in, so gonna be challenging with those scores from the opening heat. Potentially the only other guy to get in that neighborhood of 400 reps. And the best news for him could be that some of those guys from that opening heat are gonna steal points from the guys that he's probably more concerned about. 99, so he is over 400 reps. Just one of those events where you don't necessarily know where you stack up until it's all said and done. So with 20 seconds to go, now Roman's really got to push. 113 here. We saw 125 in the first round from Miguel Garcia. He's got final 10 seconds. Is he going to be able to get it done? $130. Roman Krenikov should be the winner of event 2, so it's likely that he's gone second and first to start things out here at Wodland Fest, and can't ask for much more for the man who currently resides in Cookeville, Tennessee, representing CrossFit Mayhem. And the continent. Who? Colin Clements, 148 in the last round, so hold the phone. We will see. I don't think he had enough to beat Roman overall, but Colin was the winner this morning. Roman, one question. I think so.
Judges, please. Judges.
I think Alex Plushkin was very good, and the guy from Spain, Miguel Garcia. But I think so. You can do one question? Okay. Hold by the chin. Roman, second big competition here in a short time frame.
Yep.
After not competing since the game, how are you feeling?
I feel so happy because I was injured. I can repeat many times, and I'm so happy I can compete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like honestly, I need ticket right for games.
Yeah.
But now, in the mental, I'm just happy when I'm competing.
Yeah.
Because I was injured like 8 months ago, and I think, oh, I'm not competing anymore.
Right.
Maybe on the life, you know. But now,
Because that's what you love, is to be on the competition floor.
But now I can compete. I'm back. Yeah.
And
I need more training, of course, because I don't have time for training before this competition, like Mayhem, for example, too. But we just go. Like, it doesn't matter what fitness I have right now. Just try get ticket, my 8th ticket in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Dating back to 2018.
Yeah.
Well, great day one.
Yeah, thanks.
Get
so
some
much.
rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you. Thank you.
Good job, Roman. Thank you. Likely the leader after day one, Roman Krenikov. And you can just see it in his smile there, how grateful he is to be back on the competition floor after 8 months of injury. We will have the women in the elite division coming up next. We're going to go to a wide camera for the first heat so I can charge this stuff up. And then we'll come back with the full live coverage on heat number 2. We'll keep the cameras rolling with the wide shots. I'll try to come by and do the intros to the lane, but I got to charge the equipment.
That's why
Women for heat number 1 are on the floor for workout number 2. We'll just keep the wide shot here. That camera's able to charge. The other one needs a little bit of a charge so we can make sure to get the best coverage for you guys as the heats progress in the evening here. Well, we'll give you the rundown. In lane number 2, we got Angelica Bengston out of Sweden. She'll be on the left side of the floor. Roxanne Cocher from France, pink top and brown pants to the left. Chelsea Ranieri from the USA made the trip over here. Camille Barbeau out of France got the event win this morning, or the heat win, I should say, this morning. Min Jong Kim in lane number 6 in the all black with the limelight black tank top on. Anaïs Lancry, also a heat winner this morning, out of France, lives in Mallorca. Danae Fernandez Miglioria, sole representative from Argentina. She's in the pink and black in lane number 8. Middle of the floor, there's an empty lane in 9. In lane number 10, we got Marina Rios Lopez, Spain. Next to her, Emma Galova out of Slovakia. The Balkan representation here. Lisa Laiko out of Finland is in the pink, or purple top, gray pants. Next to her in lane 13, we got Sina Hartel, Switzerland. A couple athletes from Switzerland this weekend. Lane number 15, Christina Peterson out of Germany in the pink and black. Lane number 16, Kerttu Aho out of Finland. On the far right side of the floor, we got Lauren Hunter in the blue pants, who's the first one up on the handstand walk. And in lane 18, Sofia Benani, Morocco, but lives in Spain. Those will be the women here in heat number 1. Second interval for heat 1 of elite women here on the Velites Separator. I know we can't get the workout graphic up on this camera. That's 2, 2, 2, 3 intervals, 2 legless rope climbs, 2 by 12 meter handstand walks. That's the orange line on the floor. And max jump ropes with the heavy Velites jump rope, double unders that is. In the final interval, Lauren Hunter in the blue pants, lane 17. She's going to be joined by Sina Hartel out of Switzerland in lane 13 in the brown pants. And lane number 10, Marina Rios Lopez in the black pants. Lane number 5, Camille Barbeau out of France is up. Min Jong Kim next to her in the all black, and Anaïs Lancry with the black pants, white shoes In lane 7, those athletes on the left side of the floor, and the all green outside of them. Lane number 4 is Chelsea Ranieri from the United States. And now we see some women spending some time under the rig. A reminder, if you did not see it in the early heats of the men, if you do not complete the buy-in, which is the 2 rope climbs, legless rope climbs, and the 2 by 12 meter handstand walk, not only do you not get any credit for the double unders in that round, of course, but your workout is over, so you don't even get to advance into the next round. In the case that there was a tie on total number of double unders, it would defer to the buy-in reps, which potentially could also be a tie, but I don't know how likely that is. Double unders, obviously, you accumulate so many reps, it's difficult to have a tie across 4 intervals of work and hundreds of reps. Lisa Lyko in the purple and gray pants on the right side of the screen. Still going strong. Sina Hartel in the brown pants. Christina Peterson in the pink and black on the right, also doing well. But Lauren Hunter has had 56 and now 30. Lisa Lyko, 52 and 36, so in the same neighborhood. (41 and 20 for Anais Langkry. Minjong Kim, 36 and 30, nice consistency out of her. Camille Barbeau, 50 and 23, doing quite well. Chelsea Ranieri, it's like 56 and then 9, so a bit of a drop off there. But a lot of the women in that 60 to 90 rep range in this heat, and as the grip fatigue and shoulder stamina starts to factor in more and more, let's see who can make a move here in the 3rd interval. Again, this is heat 1 of 4 for the elite women. 2nd workout of the day. They took on La Puenta, sandbag squats and running in Cordoba, about 2 hours north of here this morning. 55 total women showed up and have entered into the division. A few no-shows, but it's to be expected this year, I would say, in such an international field, so I'm sure lots of different reasons. But it got a new leader through the rope climbs, lane number 10, Marina Rios Lopez, Hift Iron Box out of Spain. And to her right in the brown pants, Sina Hartel, CrossFit Zuri Oberlin from Switzerland. Munjung Kim, CrossFit Limelight in South Korea, looks to be 3rd in the heat. Lauren Hunter falling off a little bit from the very impressive legless rope climbs we saw in the first round. Anais Langkry is up, Camille Barbeau, Chelsea Ranieri. And we got 2 more women who are going to be flirting with not making that cut. Lisa Lyko in lane 12, it's slightly off center on the right with the purple top. And then in the pink, Christina Peterson has just finished her 2nd rope climb. She glanced at the clock. She's going to have about 40 seconds to get the 24 meters of handstand walking. Lane 10, Maria Rios first back to the jump rope, Mungjung Kim. And Sina Hartel as well. 30 seconds to go. They're the only 3 women to complete the buy-in here in the 3rd round. Camille Barbeau, left side of the screen there, gets across. Chelsea Ranieri, final steps, and she'll also complete the buy-in in round 3. Got about 10 seconds to go here. Maria Rios calls it a little bit early. 36, 35, 24, so about 100 reps for Rios. See how Hartel is doing. 44, 31, 26, very similar from Sina Hartel, so definitely a battle developing there. Lauren Hunter, 56, 30, and 12. He's going to have to make a rebound on the legless rope climbs and handstand walking to capitalize on the double unders in the final interval. The girls massaging the forearms. Let's check out Mungjung Kim hanging real tough here.
10 seconds.
Unable to see it before they get started, but we'll try to check in with her at the end.
Vámonos con esta última ventana, 3 segundos para sumar estos heavy double unders.
Jung Kim touches first. Camille Barbeau. Right behind her, Maria Rios. Sina Hartzell. Anais Langkry all with one done. Chelsea Ranieri got one done. Jung Kim's going to jump up first. Left side of the floor. She's going to go to the big kip. Looks like she's going to have 2 or 3 more pulls. Can she reach it? Yes, a solid touch from Jung Kim. She's going to come out of the rig there, shake out the arm. She's got 24 meters of handstand walking, and then the opportunity potentially to get a heat win. You can sure pick up a lot of time here. But Maria Rios, smile on her face. Feels like mission accomplished there for Rios. I think it's rope climbs, I mean, can be a huge challenge for anyone. Anais Langkry is making some small progress, and she's not going to get that rep. Sina Hartzell and Camille Barbeau do get the second rep done. So 4 women, and now Lauren Hunter as well. So 5 women off of the legless rope climbs here in the final interval. Chelsea Ranieri is still thinking about it. Jung Kim is going to kick up and head back for her final handstand walk. She gets this done, she'll probably have about 1 minute 15 seconds to work on the double under. And her biggest competitor for this heat is probably going to be Marina Rios, middle of the floor with the black pants. Jung Kim gets it done, so she'll head to the jump rope. And by the time she picks it up, it'll be about 1 minute 15 to the time cap. Rios gets across. Kim has yet to do any reps, so battle is on, and it's going to be Rios who gets going first. Really did seem like the legless rope climbs were the barrier for her, and once that was done, she had that smile and confidence to go with it. Just to the right side of the floor in the brown pants, that's Sina Hartel. She's got a couple more steps, and she gets across. Camille Barbeau as well on the left side of Kim over there, both of them wearing all black. 45 seconds to go.
40 seconds. So, vámonos alineando poco. Cada every repetition counts.
And some carnage behind the rig. We see some ripped hands, some tears, some bloody noses. Man. Velites Separator doing its job, separating the field out here in the first heat of the women's division. Lauren Hunter, smile on her face, but she came up short on that handstand walk. So she won't finish the buy-in of the final interval. Only 4 women in the heat did. And I feel like Rios may have taken this down. Let's check in.
Well done, everybody.
65.
65 in the final round for Rios. Jung Kim, 54 in the final round, 36-30, 27-59. So those will probably be the top 2 in the heat. Camille Barbeau, 50, 23, 29, and 30. Nice effort and execution from her again. New athlete on my radar from France, but not a bad day, number 1. And Sina Hartel also with a decent performance there. Heat 2, Velites Separator, elite women, coming up next. Heat 2 of the elite women are on the floor here. Workout number 2 for Wodland Fest.
You know, better cross the front store here. She's in the last thing, you know.
Lane 7.
What now?
Lane 7 of this heat. Lane number 1, we're going to have Lydia Bartoszewicz out of Germany. Lane 2, Sapphire Goddard, the UK. They will starting on the left, moving to the right from the wide shot. Deborah Bignoni from Switzerland in lane 3. Lane 4 will be empty. Lane 5, Martina Borini, Italy. Lane number 6 will be empty. In lane 7, Bergios Björgensdottir out of Iceland. In lane 7, Marie Rogstad, Norway. In lane 9, Martina Krysiak from Poland. Lane 10, current overall leader in the competition, Vor Thurman Mo, Norway. Lane 11, Margot Masset out of France. I think she's in the top 5 currently. Maddie Edwards, lane 12 out of the UK. Nice start to her morning. Jen Muir out of the UK in the red and blue, and Justine Kacheva out of the UK in the red and black. Lane 50 center, Gucci Waldemar in all blue towards the right side of the floor. Julia Blazowska out of Poland and Kiara Sudati will round out the heats. Margot Masset comes in 5th, and she's leading the heat right now. There is Margot. Fit process out of CrossFit Jeunesse, I believe, is where she does the majority of her training.
Todas saltando y sumando todo desde our jumping. La primera ventana de 4. Seguimos.
Blue pants there, the white top is Vor Thurman Mo. Krieger training, currently leading the overall competition. Bergios Björgensdottir on the left there. gray and black. Gonna be the wrong side in the red pants. One interval done. 37 for Velites. 47 for Vor. 80, I think, for Margot Masset. And yeah, 40 for Jen Muir. 20 for Justine. Maddie Edwards with 40. She had a nice start to the competition this morning. Let's see, Monaco and Vor here, a big difference on the legless rope climbs. Both of them pretty quick up the first time. Vor going to the chalk. Margot right back up. She's gonna have some company. You see Velites Williamsdottir on the left. Jen Weir to her right in the red and blue. Here comes Boris, center of the floor. Krysiak in lane 9 with a gray top green pants. The far right side of the white shot, excuse me, we probably have Gucci in the blue. I'm not sure if Julia and Kelly Sudapki were being played, but Kelly Sudapki is actually going to be the first one back to the jump rope here.
Little time to get back to the rope and start jumping. Lane number 7 and lane number 8. Yes,
Chiara on the right side of the floor. Berges Bjorgensdottir, Margot Masset, Jen Weir, Gucci, Julia, Vor, Harry Romstad, Martina Krysiak. 9 women into the jump ropes here in the second round. Sapphire Goddard, Maddie Edwards. One of the athletes on the far side of the floor is being set back. On the left side of your screen there, coming into a plan. And a missed call by the MC there. It's a rest interval here. 41 and 40 for Chiara, very consistent intervals.
Lane number 16, Gucci, going strong.
50 and 34 for Julia, very solid. 49 and 27 for Gucci. She's in that 75 rep range.
81 double
Here, 40 and 35, 80-ish is kind of where we're looking at as the leaders. 80 and then 41 for Margot Masset, so she's got an advantage, but she had about half the reps in the second round compared to the first. So let's see what happens here. How these rounds are going to evolve for the women. The man of the leg is hoping to sneak up on you. Jen Weir's first up throw this time for Margot, Marnie. Julia Blazowska may be coming up here next.
First athlete to arrive.
Julia Blazowska leading the way here on the handstand walk. She's second from us on the screen. Very young, but gaining a ton of competition experience in the last couple of years. Chiara gets across Jen Weir. Chiara wastes no time kicking back up. Gucci's done. Bergros is done. Mary Romstad, Borthram and Margot Masset all finish up the first 12 meters. Pignoni on the other side of the floor as well. So it's Chiara, Julia, Jen, Margot, Cor, Mary, and Burgos.
There's another window. So all of the other repetitions now.
Final 10 seconds of the interval. Black t-shirt is Maddie Edwards. To her right is Jen Weir and Justin Kacheva. To her left, Margot Masset in all black, Worth in the blue pants.
Para Margot Masset.
42, 35, 47 for Bohr. Margot fell off again there a little bit. It's tightening up here with one interval to go. Julia, another good round, 33. 41 fourths and 30 for Chiara. So it's probably either Julia or Margot at this point for this heat. Two of four. Yeah, semifinalists in here, top 10 performers at certain events across Europe, team CrossFit Games athletes, national champions. We still got 2 hits to go. Teenage CrossFit Games athletes.
Velites Separator on our main station, Wodland Fest, sponsored by Málaga.
Running up here for the second rep. Weir, Edwards, Kacheva.
Just like Julia. All of them want to be answered.
Gonna be Weir and Blazkowska and Gucci.
She's just going for everything in this single workout.
Jen Weir leading the heat on this interval. The final interval, she kicks down Julia at the same time. Here comes Margot Masset. Chiara in the far lane, Gucci. Fourth and Mo creeping into the frame.
12 meters of broken. Now's the time.
Chiara Sugatti again on the outside lane.
Keep grinding.
Just on the back side of the screen there, she's going to get to the jump rope. Jen Weir will be next. Margot Masset, final meter. Julia Blazkowska, Burgos Björgensdottir. Fourth Thurman Mo, 1 meter to go. Maria Longstad in the white and Gucci over there in the blue. Margot Masset had that huge first round of 80, but she's been 40 minutes of 20. Julia Blazkowska has been more consistent. Didn't get off to the same start.
40 more seconds. Last word of the day. Girls. 30 seconds. 30 segundos.
Chiara Sugatti on the right, Julia Blazkowska next to her, Gucci in the blue, Jen Weir in the red and blue back there. Justin Kitcheva's not going to get the rope climbs done. Maddie Edwards just gets to the rope. Margot Masset looking to have a good, strong interval at the end here like she did at the beginning. Worth Thurman Mo in the blue pants over there. Mary Longstad in the maroon. Burgos Björgensdottir, all the women here in Heat 2 grinding for these final reps.
More than 200 reps.
pasamos al siguiente nivel, uno de los grupos Málaga. Y el momento de la cancha Moisés de B.Friendly, capítulo 10, vencedor a la velocidad del año pasado. Going back to the Wodland, we have got a 17 for the Open this year, and then number 8. Andrew Morrison's taking the lead. He's a top man in the power.
Descansamos, chicas.
181 repetitions for Moisters over here. Repeticiones.
30 segundos, 30 seconds.
athletes, 90 segundos.
Apologies if there were some audio issues there. Final heat of women are on the competition floor. Got some big names. Lisa Fuliano here in the rainbow pants. She'll be in lane 14. She'll be on the right side of the floor, competition floor, smaller heat. Emily Lundberg, lane number 12 in the pink and black. Linda Kieschman, middle of the floor, white and green. Lucy Campbell currently sitting second overall in the white and blue there. Maribel Gallardo, the Spanish woman in the field in the all green. She'll be in lane number 8. Sylvia Garcia out of Spain here, purple pants, white top. Taylor Howe out of the UK with the black and dark green shirt. And lane number 3 rounding out the 8, Vilda Berkeley. 2-2-2-3 interval style workout to close things out on Friday. Day 1 of 3 here from Málaga, Spain, inside the University Sports Complex at the University of Málaga. 2 legless rope climbs, 2 by 12 meter handstand walk, max double unders with the heavy Velites ropes. 4 options for the women to choose from. And Lucy Campbell here, middle of the screen, has really reasserted herself onto the scene this past few months after a couple year hiatus dealing with a wrist injury. Maribel Gallardo, fastest in the heat. She's in the all green. Elisa Fuliano, Emily Lundberg, Kieschman, Taylor Howe, and then Lucy Sepias. And Vilda Berkeley will get her second rope climb done. With a dead heat here, Lundberg, Fuliano, Campbell, Howe, Gallardo, and Kieschman. 6 women going to get to the rope at the same time here in round 1 of 4. Have 1 minute to chip away at the Velites heavy double unders and the Velites Separator. And Separator aptly named here, as we have seen results all over the board on both the men's and women's division.
Asking you is something many. Leading the pace front and center, lane number 10. Also eyes on net number 4, as you can see at the time now.
Vilda Berkeley going for singles here on the left side of the floor. Whatever it takes, every rep counts. No misses. How many here? 49 reps for Sylvia. She says don't watch me. Maribel, 58. Lucy, 70. We've seen into the 80s as a good, strong opening round. 63 for Linda.
30 seconds, 30 segundos.
Y con nervios una segunda divisiones del momento. Parece que trae la gente del lane of 4. Another one in this one,
10 seconds. Stand by.
Lisa Fuliano on the right side of the screen here. That little frog cat working her way up there. Lots of pulls, but very fast.
Once again, going up for the mix of medals.
She's going to be the first one done here. Gallardo right behind her again. Here comes Emily Lundberg. Heishman and Campbell all chasing Fuliano in round 2 though. Fuliano shakes it out. Campbell, big steps on the handstand walk, fast turnaround. Lucy Campbell seems to pretty much have it all. Lundberg closing some gap on Fuliano, so it's Campbell back first. And Fuliano, Lundberg, Powell, Heishman, Gallardo. Campbell, a few trip ups here in the second round. Heishman looking very good on the right. Fuliano 68, 52, 120 through 2 intervals. It's going to keep her in the mix. 55 and 42 for Lundberg. Campbell on 135. Fuliano 120, those two. Yeah. So it's Lucy Campbell and Elisa Fuliano. Leading the way through 2 intervals, 2 more to go here. Final heat of elite action, the first day of the 3-day competition here in Málaga. All the women waiting here, getting ready to start on their second one. Fuliano's going to be on the right side of the screen, moving first once again. Fuliano closest to us, Taylor Howe farthest from us, Lucy Campbell in the white and blue moving fastest on her hands, but more importantly on the transition and the double unders. Watch how quickly she turns around and kicks it up. That's when she's made up the ground on the handstand walks compared to Fuliano and Howe in each of the last 2 rounds. Gallardo and Lundberg also done with 12 meters. Heishman drifting a little bit behind here. Sylvia Garcia racing out. So Campbell first back to the jump rope again. Got about a 15 rep lead over Fuliano. She's second back. Kayla Howe third to the rope, and now Emily Lundberg. Gallardo last couple steps. She'll get back to the rope in round 3. Heishman nice and methodical. She gets it done. 30 reps for Fuliano in this round, the judge says. Last 10 seconds of work. See if he can chip into that about 15 rep deficit she had for Lucy. 46 in that round. $166. 180 for Campbell, 166 for Fuliano. So they've got about the same number of reps there.
Your current team leader, lane number 9, Lucy Campbell.
Lucy Campbell came into this workout second behind Borthurman Mo. It looks like she's going to beat Bor on this one. So similarly to Roman, she maybe have been in second after the morning workout, but the lead after the end of day one. And on paper, for many, they were the favorites coming in. And I think the programming on day one,
10 seconds.
pretty balanced relative to some day ones where we see long runs and heavy lifting and we get into the Metcons on the weekends. But with the running, sandbag squats, legless rope climb, handstand walking, and a heavy double under, quite a few different aspects of fitness tested on the first day. So no surprise to see the big names filtering towards the top. Juliano once again. Campbell and Gallardo and Lundberg all get it at the same time. Fishman and Garcia are thinking about it. Taylor Howe looks like she's going to be fourth to the handstand walk, fifth to the handstand walk, excuse me. So it's Campbell, Juliano, Howe. Gallardo, Fishman.
Vamos a ver qué pasa ahora. ¿Qué atleta puede mantener este ritmo y puede seguir saltando hasta el final, sumando estas repeticiones?
Juliano and Campbell battling for the heat win.
166 para Juliano. Vamos a ver si Daniela puede recortar esta.
All the scores will be on competition corner. Make sure you check those out. This is one of those events where times, performances from previous heats absolutely factor in. Less than a minute to go. The Gallardo just letting the shoulders completely relax there. 43 in this interval already for Juliano. Last 15 seconds. Good for Campbell. Gallardo, Fishman, Lundberg, Juliano, all grinding for every rep they can get. 252 total reps for Lucy Campbell. 249 for Juliano within 3 reps. So Juliano did everything she could there to try to close the gap. It ended up unofficially being 3 reps between her and Lucy. And it's shaping up that it could be quite a battle here between the two.
Seguimos otra vez los equipos aquí en pista, iniciando con los equipos reyes.
Who do you reckon won the heat?
Lucy by 3 reps.
Like, not just in total. I mean, not just this heat.
The event.
Yeah.
I think it was them too, but I'm not entirely sure. It's a hard one to keep track of. All right, the women have left the floor pretty quickly here. No interview, but 1 day down, 2 days to go from Málaga. Thank you guys for all the support. Doing the best we can on short notice, limited equipment. DC's coming in tonight, so he'll be here to help me tomorrow. Thank you to Rodri back in Spain, helping out more ways than you can know. Thanks to Chad back in Canada. Thank you to Alfonso for the opportunity and all the athletes for the epic performances. 1 day down, 2 days to go. It looks like Roman Krennikov and Lucy Campbell will be the leaders after day one. Check Competition Corner for the final results throughout the weekend. We will see you guys in the morning from Spain.